So she ran to my dad and she stopped and went, to my
Another
dad.
one?
Another one?
Holy fuck.
Oh my god. And what she said to my dad when she ran up to him, she was bolting, sees my dad and goes, cunt bitch, and then fucking runs.
Cunt bitch.
And my dad just like looks into the distance and goes,
What the fuck?
what did she just call me?
What'd she say to
What
me?
did she just say to me?
Cunt bitch?
Cunt bitch.
What the fuck?
Like,
When the fucking Manson family...
oh, that looks so weird.
Big, massive, fat knobby sticker. Fat knobby sticker.
That's funny. That's Australian culture.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Do a little dance. Do a little dance.
And then my account gets suspended.
Yeah.
The Skeptic and the Dude podcast.
Gucci gang, bro.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Why is yours always lower
I don't know.
than mine? I don't fucking get it.
I am like,
Oh, hang on. Oh, now it's fine. Now you're talking.
yeah.
Yeah.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Yo. 100 in my bank account.
100 in my bank account. What is going on with Casey Fry? I haven't seen much.
No, not doing much
I
content.
haven't seen much stuff from him. Just the occasional Instagram story, and that's it.
Okay.
You know, I missed the 100 in my bank account. Or
Yeah, like
what's
the-
Gucci quarantine. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah, because he was. I guess he was pretty much keeping like. Because for someone who came from the Vine kind of world of the internet, he really adapted well because he just did the same shit. And it
Yeah.
worked. It translated. It wasn't like all that fucking stage shit they did.
But he didn't do trends though.
That was the other
beauty
thing.
of his
He'd
craft.
pretty much start them, I guess.
Yeah,
Because he was
he
so
didn't do-
unique.
he just had his own like ideas, and he's just funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've seen that one where he goes to the gas station, he's just fucking dancing.
Just dancing. Yeah.
He could just dance, and you know that's the best thing.
That's what he does.
But he comes up with fucking hilarious shit, like when he's eating the noodles or whatever, and he goes, delicious. Man, fuck you, man. Like
I don't know, you shit.
shit.
Don't you guys hate
It's
waiters?
Delicioso.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
It's so good. Man, fuck you.
What was the last video he did?
Oh,
Was it the one where he goes, shut your ass up? He's like, my dad fucks roosters. Hey, Casey's dad fucks roosters.
well, I do too, or some shit like that.
Well, it's
No,
Gucci quarantine.
Wasn't it the one where he's like, how long is this festival going for?
Oh, that's
Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
And
with
she
his
goes,
sister,
This
yeah.
is day.
This is day one.
Day
He goes,
one.
how many days is it? 7. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Can I?
We're
Yeah, drink
vibing right
water.
now. I think we're vibing. She goes,
You're vibing.
I need to go. Yeah? Well, how good's the one he did where he's like, this is your one night. Your one night. You can do whatever you want. You're acting like you're already fucking married. You're so fucking a drag right now. We're doing cocaine. Come on.
What about the one where he's on the fucking scooter and goes, tell your mom I was over. Shit.
Tell her to wear something nice.
I'll pick her up.
I swear to God, was that the street from Back to the Future?
It
I
looks
think
like it.
I think it is. Like,
That's probably why he did that.
oh, I like
Yeah.
that though. Like
That's
to
fucking
go
great.
to the spot where a famous movie was shot, and just do something completely unrelated. Maybe that's like maybe that was meant to be Biff or something.
Yeah,
like
actually,
in the
yeah.
future.
Yeah. Two mom coming over. You know?
It's like, oh God,
Pick her up by 6.
tell her to wear something nice. So yeah, go for a little ride on my scooter bike.
Do you know, to think that we started 2020 watching his videos, like a compilation of all of his shit,
And playing Lego Star Wars.
and playing Lego Star Wars, that's just... No wonder why this year's gone to shit.
Yeah, maybe it was our fault.
We jinxed it for everyone. We'll play Lego Star Wars Saga, and we're watching Casey Fry videos, and that's... You know, that's probably why everything's gone downhill. You know, we've just started
Jinxed
with...
And it didn't help that Leo and I were on the front lawn, you know, after we got Happy New Year, and we're like, this is our year, man. You know,
Everyone
we're going to
said
start
that.
doing that. That's the thing.
That's what everyone said. You know, I said it. I was like, dude, new decade, let's get fucking ripped.
New decade, new year, new me. Yeah,
Peace and love.
exactly. I mean that's still there. We've just everything else that's happened.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Over
peace
the
and
top
love
of
and
it.
everything, but we're all just fucking sad
Exactly.
because of everything else going on.
You know.
But,
Oh fuck!
oh my god.
Nearly knocked the glass table over. 1 second.
That's
Ladies and
the scary.
gentlemen, I forgot we haven't even addressed the
yeah,
audience yet.
we haven't even started the episode
Yeah,
yet.
fuck you
Whoops.
guys. No, we're keeping it
Yeah.
fluid, natural.
Sorry guys, we forgot you were there.
So
We're just having a combo.
just talking about how we fucked up 2020.
yeah, it's all our fault. That's the perfect title for this. How we fucked up 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. But yeah, what's up, everyone?
Episode 55. What are we drinking today, Joel?
We've got the Kraken.
Some Kraken.
Some Kraken, dude.
Some black spice rum and cola. So today is Thursday, but this will be out Friday, so it's Thirsty Thursdays for us. Fuck it Friday for yous.
Fuck it Friday. Yeah, that's right. So I haven't had this since I fucking regurgitated all of it onto someone's lawn. No, not lawn. Into my bucket at home. Because I drank so much of this at a Christmas party. Oh, no,
okay.
breakup party.
Breakup party? Oh, from work?
Yeah.
Oh, that day when they picked you up at, 6 a.m., drove you up the mountain?
Yep.
You were pissed by about 10, and then it
Yeah.
was, around those fucking bends.
Yep.
Okay, I think
That was pretty much it. They got a
I've...
massive ass bottle, and we also went to a pub, and I was drinking these. I didn't want to switch up the drinks, you know what I mean? Because I was going to be drinking a lot, and it was on the boss's tab, so you gotta.
Yeah, you got to make the most of it. That's
Exactly.
cool. That's like a massive tentacle coming up. I think because I've only ever had this, I think once at the Rish, maybe.
It's very nice. Yeah, the design is very cool, especially around the lid. There's also a tentacle.
Oh,
around
wow.
Around the neck there.
Fuck, man. I feel like a fucking pirate, cunt.
Yeah, man.
Fucking pirate drinking this.
And it's a very nice design. Like, that's a pretty cool... Like, if you'd ever get a tattoo of an octopus, that's a very nice...
Yeah. Bizarre and fierce sea creatures, as seen through the eyes of imagination. Well, I don't know if it's imagination. I mean, pirates really saw this fucking shit, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they... Fucking huge-ass squids and octopuses are out there.
Yeah.
Just go to Queensland, guys.
Exactly, man.
We've got the blue bottled
and
things
and
I can't even open this right now because my hands are so
and the
filled with condensation.
From just admiring the design. Oh, these from Sydney. Okay. Kraken rum. Fucking crack it open.
Yeah, not bad. What do you think? It's been a while, so I'm gonna have to take it slow because you know how you get after you spew out a beer.
Yeah, or after someone on Twitch makes your skull a Jack and Coke. Well, not just a Jack and Coke. It was probably like 3 shots.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was a tall fucking glass of Jack and Coke.
Yeah, that was fucked.
It's quite nice. I forgot. I think I only had it once. I kind of forgot what it tasted like.
That's why it was so easy for me to fucking smash down.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I think I don't know. It's lighter. It tastes a little bit lighter than a Captain Morgan's. I don't think I've had Captain Morgan's since I bought a bottle about a year after Jared got me onto it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Jared is the Captain Morgan king.
The king, the rum king.
The rum king.
Shout out, rum king.
Rum king.
Rum king.
Yeah.
Legend.
But yeah, I'm gonna take that slow.
Yeah, it's a wise idea. And of course, we're going to the pub a bit later anyway, so we don't want to get too fucking smashed before the pub.
What the fuck was that sound?
Oh, that was an email.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
it
weird.
Sounded like you got a fucking SMS from NASA.
Well,
or some shit.
it's a 3D sound. It just travels all the way across the fucking. It's like boom. It's like fuck.
It sounded like I was in a space shuttle then, and a motherfucker just sent me an email in space, like
from like 20 years ago. It's
Yeah,
like fuck. It took this long to get it. It's like I can't save you now, man.
The oxygen's run out. You know.
It's like sweet. Oh, hang on. When was that?
The xenomorph has fucking come into the spaceship. We're fucked.
Fucking space, man. That's the one thing. I don't know if I found. I like the Alien movies, but I felt like the idea of it's a lot scarier.
Oh,
like because I just think of like. Did you ever play Alien Isolation?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't really played it.
I've played bits. It gets a bit boring because it's just all these characters who run around. But then there's like the survival mode.
Right.
And it always gets you every time, and it just chases you around. But I just think it's just fucking... Because when I was a kid, and I watched Alien, and it was just because it was so much of what you didn't see. Yeah. You know, it was only bits and pieces. It was like, fuck, this is terrifying. And because I was watching it on like a small television screen, and of course I was watching it during the day, because it was scary. And I had the lights on, and you know when, like, you know, you're trying to watch, like if we were trying to watch something right now on this telly, we got the lights reflecting off it. It's hard to see.
I can see myself right now. You know, that kind of thing. You just see yourself.
Well, actually, have you ever freaked yourself up late at night? You turn the telly off and you go, fuck! And then you see yourself? I've done that so many times. I go, fuck! And I go, oh, it's just me. Or the amount of times I've been walking home, and because there aren't many street lamps down my street, I'm walking on the footpath, and then I'll just sort of look in the corner of my eye, and then I see someone behind me. Like, I see my shadow, then another shadow, but then when I see the other shadow, it runs into mine, and then I realise, for fuck's sake, it's just me. Yeah.
Did you ever do the thing when you were younger, and this is with the older movies, you know, the pirating ad? It goes, it's the loudest fucking thing. You wouldn't steal a car. You know that thing? Have you ever fallen asleep watching a movie and then that fucking wakes you up? Because it's because your TV has it, and it's just like, you know, you're going through the credits, you're asleep, and then all of a sudden, and you're like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, it's...
Well, remember those Blu-ray ads?
Crazy. Yeah, oh,
when they were cool. It was like, whoa!
Don't wake the neighbors. Or some shit from...
Don't wake the neighbors. Ding, 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 had everything.
Yeah.
There's a tornado! Whoa!
Oh my god.
Spider Pig. It's like, what? The Simpsons movie on Blu-ray? Fuck, man. I remember I was like 10 years old and I discovered Blu-ray and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was asking my cousin, like, what is it? And he goes, oh, the picture looks realistic. You know?
The sound is better.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks better. It's a Blu-ray that goes into a disc.
And then it was cool because then you'd start getting like a Blu-ray collection.
Yeah.
I think I was about 12 or 13 when I started. You know, and then I've got like a pretty big collection now, but I just haven't bought anything in the last couple of years. Actually, well, no, last Christmas I bought, because I was like, oh, hey, I've got a few, like those 4K DVDs that I haven't yet played yet. We've got a 4K telly, so I was like, okay, so then we bought the 4K player,
right?
But it was just, it didn't work with our telly, because our telly is just this crappy fucking, you know, like Ultra HD, but it's not really, suitable for it. So yeah, now I've just got like a bit, because that was Christmas time, I bought a bunch of cheap 4K DVDs, and I've just got heaps of them in there.
Yeah.
And nothing to use them on.
I don't think I've actually seen anything in 4K.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think I've watched anything in 4K. You know, I think the most I've ever done is like fucking Ultra HD. But, you know, I don't even feel like I need to. You know what I mean? I don't even feel like I have the need to see something in 4K. I don't fucking care. You know, because I've grown up in a time where fucking the fuzz was like, you know, that was the
norm. Yeah, exactly.
Like that,
the
VHS
VHS and that.
Yeah, the VHSs and like the colored little wires, like the red, white, and yellow wires.
Oh yeah.
So
the old RC cables.
Yeah, before the HD shit. You know, basically, what is it? 480p fucking watching.
Yeah, because I don't really. I like watching, because I think that it's what they were finding when I was asking this guy. I was like, oh, what movies would you recommend getting in 4K? And he goes, oh, well, a lot of people that get the Marvel movies are disappointed because they already are 4K.
Right.
And so it doesn't really get much better than what you would have seen in the cinema. I was like, oh, okay. So then that's why if I've ever get anything that's in really good definition, I'd always get something old, because I know it's been remastered, like The Shining, 2001 Space Odyssey. They'll look insane in 4K. You know.
I do think Doctor Strange would look pretty good in 4K though, because the amount of shit that happens in that film would look pretty fucking good. Because I remember watching it on my computer, and I was already blown away with how beautiful it looked, like with the colors and like the effects and stuff that was going on. So I think that would be a pretty good movie in 4K.
With the visual effects in that, it's kind of like Inception, isn't it? Like kind of like the way the camera moves and that, and the way.
But you also get to see the space and shit.
Oh, okay.
So there's not to spoil it, but you know you get to see different like not universes, but different kind of like planes.
Yeah.
You can go through, and it's a lot of cool trippy shit that you get to see in that film, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like when you see Dormammu, you know what I mean? I don't even know if you know who that is.
Dormammu, no.
Yeah. There's a whole meme about that where it's like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. But don't worry, you'll figure it out when you watch it. It's not a big spoiler. It's just a name.
A name.
You don't know.
Fair enough.
But looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of movies, cinemas are now open. I went to the city the other day with a mate. We went and saw what's the guy's name? Bong Joon, something or other guy that did Parasite.
Yeah.
We went and saw this film that he did that was re-released called Memories of Murder, and it was about this guy. So yeah, set in South Korea, but it was about this guy who murders all these women, and you know what they find is that so it was a true story. And at the time they did the movie back in 2003, they still hadn't caught the killer. And it was like a couple of years ago they caught the killer, and they're like, okay, yeah, no, let's re-release the movie. And the way the guy went was like he'd call this radio station up to call this one song. Like he'd call them up and request a song, and he'd say, play this on a rainy day. You know, and every day that there was a rainy day and that song played, someone was murdered, and it was always a woman wearing something red.
Right.
You know,
okay.
and what's funny is because at the same time that there's that, but then it's also the fact that, okay, you know, the film also needs to appeal to a wider audience too. So seemingly for no reason, one of the detectives just fly kicks everyone, like every suspect. The guy just goes, he goes, hi-ya! And he just kicks the fucking shit out of the dude. And I was like, this is amazing, you know.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so that was good. But the seating was terrible because we were. I won't mention the actual cinema. Well, that wasn't a problem for me. But what we did find was, so we went in there. It was on Tuesday, and it was about 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And we thought, okay, well, at least the cinema should be air conditioned. Fucking wasn't. And you have to wear your mask on the entire time you're in the cinema. So it was stinking fucking hot. The screen was probably a little too far away, a little too small, because we got to read the subtitles as well. It's hot. We're trying to focus, and you got to wear a mask. So we just bought some water bottles in with us. We thought, oh yeah, just drinking them every time we go. We're fucking drinking. Don't need a fucking mask on, you know.
Yeah. It sounds like the fucking Queensland cinemas, dude. He's fucking sitting there, just sweating your fucking ass off while you're sitting there. You're basically stuck to the chair.
I'm just going to go take a piss. And it's like, oh, no, I can't get up.
I'm going to take a piss. Never mind, my skin has attached itself to the back of the chair. I'm not going to get up.
We used to have a leather recliner.
Yeah.
It was my granddad's. And we had it upstairs. And it was my favourite chair. It was like, recliner. And I'd be sitting in it, and it'd be like a hot summer's day. And then I'd just get up, and then I'd just... This is going to sound a bit graphic, but remember Saw 7?
Yeah. No, it's exactly that with Chester Bennington when he was glued to the chair. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, and he just peels his back off of the chair.
So nasty.
It's literally, if you guys haven't seen that, you know, Chester Bennington, the singer from Linkin Park, he was in Saw 7. He was glued, like like gorilla, I don't know what the most glue.
Yeah, but whatever it was all over the back.
Yeah. And
bits and pieces.
Wasn't his arms? Oh no, his arms were on.
No, his arms were too. His arms were too, because he needed to be able to move forward and get the car out of the way to stop. Yeah.
So he was completely glued to this leather chair, and he had to peel his back off it, and you can see the skin just ripping straight off the back.
And in the end, they all died.
Yeah.
Spoiler
alert, but you know it wasn't.
I mean, it is Saw. Not many people get out of those traps.
Yeah. Have you seen those videos where they're like, "This is how you would get out of the traps"?
Oh yeah, how to survive.
Yeah. Some of them are a bit of a stretch. They're a bit of a stretch. Like,
it's
I
like
feel like it's biased because you've already seen the film. You've already analyzed the situation, so you can think about it yourself with days of thinking. But if you're in that situation, you
got no idea. You're learning it for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have the time to think about that, and you don't know if the dude's fucking with you. You know what I mean? So you don't know what.
Well, that's it. There's tricks in it as well. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's supposed to be misleading.
Obviously, you're meant to do this thing, and that's how you survive. I'm like, you saw the film 3 times, and now you're telling people how to do it.
Yeah.
If you're in the situation like everyone else, they don't have that. You're in like holy fuck mode. You know what I mean? You don't have time to think things like analytically because you have like 60 seconds before something happens. You don't have a lot of time to do those things, but anyway, yeah.
Those films just got so fucked after the first one, I swear to God.
Wasn't there like a mime that got killed one time by like an enclosing box? I swear there was a Saw film where there was a mime, and the only thing he had to do was talk, because he was stuck in like what was it the world of the mime, so he's like he needs to break that. I don't know.
And he didn't.
It seemed like a joke.
Sure, this wasn't a scary movie or something.
No, it was. I think it was a Saw. It was one of the later ones, and like the box like slowly caves in, and then he actually fucking breaks his bones and shit and dies. Shit. But it was from an invisible box or something that was closing. It was so dumb. I was like, what the fuck? It was pretty much that was pretty much it. It was pretty much a scary movie.
Yeah. like a spoof
type thing.
Well, remember in that one where in the later ones, there was those two detectives, and one of them was working for. You're right. Just kind of hitting you hard.
Just kind of drank it, and then it kind of shot up into my nose.
Oh.
Hey man, this ain't no booger sugar. I don't want it in my nose.
Speaking of shooting stuff in your nose, how about those fucking?
Yeah? You want to tell us something?
Yeah, I got a cocaine story, boys. No.
You want to tell us something about the pingers, or what's going on?
What have I been doing? No, just my little nasal thing.
Guys, that's just the nasal thing. It's not pingers.
Or cocaine. Although it could be. How would you know?
Never know.
You know. But but the nasal shit, like with the COVID testing.
Yeah.
They stick that fucking thing into your brain.
Yeah. Can you do it like any other way, or is it just like going straight up and?
Well, they do too. They do them in the nostrils, and then they do it down the throat as well.
So what's the nostril thing? Just to grab the boogers, or is it like, they go up and they touch the frontal lobe and they just tickle it until you don't have a personality, so you can't fight the government anymore. But it's like, here you go, let me just get rid of your personality, you forget who you are, and now you can't fight the government.
Well, see, we were talking about this before. Maybe that's what COVID really is.
Yeah.
I mean, aside,
it's just an excuse for them to mummify you.
Exactly. I mean, aside from us, of course, being the result, causing it. But no.
Yeah.
But
thanks, Melbourne.
we didn't consider this part of it. But that makes sense, wouldn't it? Because it'd be fuck with their brain, and then just another thing for the government's like
the frontal lobe is is you, isn't it? That's like your personality and everything. Everything else is like the rest of you.
Memories and other shit. Yeah.
But the frontal lobe is like your personality and everything. And, so if you just go... Isn't it lobotomy? No.
Lobotomized? That's
not the frontal lobe. That's something else. It goes through the eye or some shit.
Yeah, it goes through the eye. I'm not sure which part of the brain, but usually to cut sort of certain things out. Jeez, now we're getting to the Shutter Island type stuff now.
Yeah, we are. But, yeah, man, what if they just fucking... and then they do the one down the throat just to make it seem like they're doing extra shit.
Well, maybe that's the eye one they needed to do. Maybe just the throat one. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. that motion.
They're just trying to test you. They're trying to get you good at it.
That's the thing. And look, and it's not like a nice pleasant one. It's a and you're gagging on it.
Yeah, it's not like a soft one. It's just
a pleasant one. It's just straight down the gob.
Yeah, just straight down the gob.
It's an aggressive blowjob.
Hang on.
To test for COVID.
I thought we were talking about COVID testing, not.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Wait, which COVID clinic did you go to?
I don't know, some shady one in Bosnia.
Also known as Borogna.
Yeah. Some back alley guy said he could give me a free COVID test, and I don't know.
Jeez, man.
But anyway, yeah, man, conspiracy. Ooh.
This is where the skeptic and the dude comes out of this, man.
Guys, the government is like fucking evil.
They're fucking guys to get us.
Government? We didn't say that. We're just joking. Where's the
no, like we get it. Like they hope they know that we're just having fun.
Snipers?
Hey, no cap here.
No cap. I think we're safe.
So, for now.
But,
Joel's parents are anti-maskers. What's that about, Joel?
Well,
although I did write that, but
that's like the news headlines to make it seem like it's worse than what
that's why I read it like that. Yeah,
that's how the media writes shit, dude. It's like Joel's parents are fucking dumb. What? Question mark? No.
Yeah. They held an anti-mask rally. What?
Anti-mask? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! They killed people. Joel's parents anti-mask is fucking stab people in the street. What?
They'd be like that pregnant chick. Remember that pregnant chick who was trying to like get that anti-mask rally on the city, and then the cops showed up to her house and arrested her for it.
Yeah,
like inciting violence. Yeah, Joel's parents inciting violence.
Joel's parents inciting violence against Joel's parents, war criminals, fucking selling drugs to the fucking anti-maskers, creating junkies. Joel's parents, new government. Anyway.
So what is the story?
Yeah, let me just get to the story.
Let's get to it. So we got all the headlines out of the way.
All the headlines out of the way. Let's just.
Now let's hear the real story, guys.
Yeah. So they have an exemption because they're older.
So they're like those people that carry on the streets. I got a fucking exemption to wear a mask, cockhead. I got medical
The thing is though, with that is they haven't had to do that because no one cares. no one cares if they have a mask or not, but they have the exemption just because, they are older.
Yeah.
It is harder for them to breathe, and understandable because it is getting hotter. And the exercise I do is, I do a lot of walking, and we're in a hill type area.
Yeah, and if you see someone coming, just go, hey, I'm going for a jog, dude. I don't have to wear a mask. I'm jogging.
Exactly.
Into a low pace.
But they have medical reasons for it. I don't want to get too much into it, but they do have good reasons, valid reasons. So yesterday, I think they went to the shrine. I think it was for
the perfect place to hold a protest. Yeah.
Yeah, the perfect place. No, but they went to the shrine for Remembrance Day, wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
So they went there, and then I think they went to the shops around there or something, and they're just casually browsing the op shops, just checking around, collecting clothes and stuff. And my dad's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go have a quick quick smoke outside. Go for a smoke, so let me alone." And then Mum's like, "Yeah, right, yeah, nah." Walks into the op shop, looks for some clothes. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, she hears this massive and then my mum's like, "What the fuck?" And then kind of looks to her right, and there's this lady hiding in the clothes, staring at my mum like she's some fucking demon, and she's like going,
just fucking hyperventilating.
She's freaking out. She's freaking out, and Mum's like, "You're right?" And she's full on freaking, she's
yeah,
kept moving back, hiding as much as she could, and then Mum's like, "Okay, what the fuck?" And then the shop owner's like, "All right, what's the problem?" And she's just kind of pointing. And my mum
that demon!
Yeah.
How dare she not wear it? It's like how they react when a woman isn't wearing a hijab,
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Demon!
And my mum described her as this junkie kind of person. Got short blue hair, kind of
I was expecting an older woman who's like, oh.
She was kind of older,
yeah.
Apparently. And then Mum said, "All right, well," she said to the shop owner, "I'm just gonna go this way. I'm not gonna leave the shop. I'm just gonna go this way so they can continue their shopping and go away from me or whatever." And shit you not, this person bolted for the door, sprinted, it's their life is about to end.
Fucking hell.
Sprinted for the door, and since my dad was about to come in, so she ran into my dad and she stopped and went, to my
Another
dad,
one!
Another one!
Holy fuck!
Oh my god. And what she said to my dad when she ran up to him, she was bolting, sees my dad and goes, "Cunt bitch," and then fucking runs.
Cunt bitch!
And my dad just looks into the distance and goes,
"What the fuck?
What did she just call me?"
What'd she say to me?
What did she just say to me?
Cunt bitch?
Cunt bitch.
What the fuck?
She's fucking bolting, for the door. My dad's like, "Oh yeah, time to walk in."
Yeah.
Cunt bitch!
Cunt bitch! Fuck!
Imagine my dad's point of view, doesn't know about this.
Yeah, has
Some
no idea.
Junkie just runs to the door.
Out of nowhere.
Cunt bitch! And runs up.
Fucking hell.
And he's
He's probably thinking, do I need to stop her? Did she just, steal something? What the fuck?
I'm fucking... Okay. I know if I was in that situation, I'd piss myself laughing.
Yeah.
But, she sprinted off, she's gone, and, basically, she's fucking long gone.
Yeah.
And we're like, alright, well, fair enough. And funny enough, my parents went to another shop. I think it was a bakery or something. I can't remember what it was. I went to another shop. That lady was there. She was in line. And guess what? This is crazy, but my mum, as soon as she stepped into the shop, she went to she was just thinking to herself, "Oh, that's that lady again," right? She didn't say it out loud. The lady stopped. She made a sudden
yeah, an obvious
presence. She felt a presence, and she went,
ghost just entered the room.
And she turns around, sees my mum, and fucking bolts it for the. She fucking freaks out and goes, "Holy shit!" and freaks out again. And my mum's like, "All right," and my mum left just to go outside for a little bit, just to let her do her thing, and then came back and she was gone. So we think the shop owners let her fucking run out the back door or some shit to run away. And my mum just was pissing herself to me.
So you pissed off a junkie clairvoyant.
Yeah,
she just felt her as soon as she enters the room.
My mum just turned to me and she said, well, I wasn't there, but she turned to me last night and she goes, "I've never had anyone react like that to me in my lifetime. I've never had anyone had that kind of reaction. You know, but they freak out like they've seen the devil.
Yeah.
And then they fucking run.
Oh, it
for the
works.
hills.
It works. The government, it's working what they're doing to us. You know, they're instilling fear into us. We think, oh, fuck, someone's not wearing a mask.
Yeah,
Shit.
I was like, how old is this person? He goes, yeah, she's older. I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see people without masks, but I don't, like, shit myself. I don't go, oh my god. You know, I actually don't
You'd
fucking care.
be a little worried, but it's like, yeah, you know, whatever.
I don't care. I'm like, alright, I'm wearing my mask. I don't...
Yeah, as long as I'm
shit.
safe, it's like, fuck it, they're not spitting on me or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, you know...
Well, see,
hell, man.
last night, because I was doing a trial at this tavern over the road, working behind the bar, and I had to keep remembering to keep, you know, having my mask, because I'm trying to talk to people, I'm taking orders, and I'm listening to people, and you'd be like, fucking, I've got to keep that up. And then, because it was my first time behind the bar, working the till and everything, guy comes up to me, and he goes, oh, yeah, I'll have a couple of Great Northerns. I'm like, yeah, no worries. Go to the fridge, bring them up to him, and he goes, all right, how much do I went, fuck, I don't even know. Give me a second. he was pissed himself. He's like, okay. First day, I said, yeah, man, this is the trial. I'm like, fuck. Mid-strength, I think that's it. Yep, $10.
Nice. So you're working at a pub?
Yeah, so it was a trial shift I did last night. A mate of ours, a family friend who's a regular down there. So if I get the job, I'll be, you know, serving him and his mates drinks all the time.
Fuck yeah, man.
But what was funny was, though, the place was packed, and you know, I'm learning from the owner, and then, you know, his wife, and then one of the other girls there is working behind the bar. They're showing me, you know, how things are working that, and I swear to God, every single patron that was in there, I've seen them before.
Yeah.
And can you guess where?
The Rish?
The Rish.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen at least every single person in that tavern at least once or twice at the Rish. There are all these, you know, all these people in sort of their mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
All there. But yeah, it was a nice place, and no, it was a good time, and it was just, you know, it was just funny running around. But the good thing was, though, was I didn't have to worry too much about, you know, because a lot of the people there, like just about everyone there had a tab.
Right.
On for their drinks. So I was like, oh yeah, what's your name? He goes, oh, Jimbo. I'm like, yep, Jimbo. I'm like, fuck, Jimbo's got a fair few receipts here. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool.
No, so that was good. So.
I recently got my RSA as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
nice.
did a little bit of that fucking study.
Yeah.
Got that fucking, you know, paid my money for it.
Good
Did
work.
it. So
online, yeah, for like, yeah. Which website did you use?
I think it was RSA Online.
Online now, yeah. I did the
Yeah,
same
is that the
one.
one?
Yeah,
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 $22?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was a
took
little
me like 3 hours. To fucking
yeah.
do.
It took a bit of time. I did mine back in January. So
Yeah.
the other day I was like, fuck, so I just looked up the Queensland one and just read over the fucking pages just to memorize.
But you know, a lot of it is, it just comes down to being like using common sense and just being responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
And like a lot of it I already knew because, well, I've been to pubs, but it's understandable you lose your job if you serve minors or you know, someone's had too much to drink. You can't fucking keep egging them on.
Yeah, it's all common sense. Well, you know? when my mate, this was last year, he actually went in and did it. Yeah. And he was telling me they were in there for the class went for about 4 hours, and the lady who took it, she was just so like upfront about it. She's just like, no pretense, no nothing. She's like, all right, yeah, this RSA certificate's pretty much bullshit. You know, it's a waste of time. You know, you'll leave here, maybe you've learned something, maybe you haven't. It's all pretty much common sense. Let's just fucking try and get through this. You know? Yeah. Couldn't give a fuck. But yeah.
Did you have to watch those videos where it's like, Paul has had too much to drink? Can you spot what's wrong with
what's
him?
wrong? Yeah.
Can you tell if he's drunk or this guy's fucking on drugs in the car?
Oh, did this bartender act the way a bartender should?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did the sign say? If the sign is out of date, what do you say? It's like fucking cunt.
But yesterday, because at this tavern, they're open from they only open from in the afternoon, so they only do dinners and then like after that. And so I spent all day yesterday because the first thing I thought to my head, I was like, hey, you know what I should do? I should watch the movie that boosted the bartender industry. You know what that was? Cocktail. with Tom Cruise and Brian Brown. So I was watching that. Probably didn't learn a single fucking thing about bartending, just seeing him and Brian Brown fucking,
Yeah, doing the fucking Billy
You know,
trick.
doing the, you know,
Carefully
bar
not quite
tricks.
there yet, but oh my god.
I caught it, didn't I?
Jesus.
As long as I didn't hurt my lady over there.
Yeah, they nearly smashed her right in the face. That would have been horrid.
Been terrible.
It's a picture, by the way, guys, not a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, not an actual person. Oh, the dog is over there. Hey, Ruby.
Ruby, Ruby, Ruby.
But yeah, and so I'm practicing, like, I was just trying to familiarise myself with cocktails and that. So, like, the general gist of, like, this kind of stuff we'd make.
Yeah.
But then I'm also, like, going through them. When my dad got home, he goes, oh, yeah, so we're doing, he goes, oh, so the most common ones they do, White Russians. He goes, yep. He goes, and a shit on the grass. I'm like, what?
Shit on the
I'm like,
grass.
oh, yeah, you're fucking with me, aren't you? He goes, no, that's a real drink. I'm like, a shit on the grass? That's a cocktail. He goes, yeah. I'm like, what are the ingredients? He goes, oh, it's easy. Just Bailey's poured over a creme de menthe. I'm like, okay. And I thought I've got some Baileys there, so I can make you one someday. You know?
Not bad, not bad.
I was like, oh, okay. And that's a popular drink? And he goes, yeah, according to Daniel it is. I thought, okay. And then, because he was dropping me off there to do the trial at 6, he's talking on the phone to a mate, and I go, what's going on? And he goes, oh, Gibbo's coming down with us. I'm like, oh, so you and all the boys are coming down there to throw me off, are you? You know?
Yeah, right.
But no, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Few
That's
fucking
cool.
gags here and there.
That's cool, man. The boys are becoming bartenders. So I'm going to try and go for the Suki Lounge.
Suki, okay, yeah.
Or try and get some, try and start applying for some of those pubs there and start learning about that stuff.
That's a good idea.
How's that? The fucking 3 dudes, Billy, fucking Brandon, fucking Joel,
But getting
all
into it.
bartenders. So, we can pour you guys drinks.
Exactly,
Fucking- We can
Well-
serve you guys alcohol, sell you guys shit.
We can do all that shit. Well,
We can
actually,
do it. We've got the license.
at this tavern I was at last night, they're looking for 2 casuals.
Right, okay.
And
far is it?
so it's just in the so
Fucking oath.
if you're interested,
I
I'd
yeah, I just got my
you know,
RSA.
yeah, might as well.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
See how it goes.
Here you go,
But
Brandon.
yeah, man.
Here you go.
Fucking yeah, you and me behind the bar, just fucking passing drinks.
And then
having
that song by that Casey Fry song. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And you and me are just like, just fucking giving them an absolute show. Then we get that
Fuck yeah.
kiss, mate.
They go, oh, I love those 2.
Oh, those 2 are so good. They pour my drink so well. I was like, that's because we fucking spiked them. I'm just kidding.
I just breathed that fucking out there.
I'm joking, guys.
Jesus.
We give them double shots. No. That's a quick way to lose your license.
Exactly. Easy way. Oh, man. But speaking of getting on the beers and that, man, got about 5 pints of Heineken here that were drank over the weekend. I got a little story to tell you.
Sorry, I'm still giggling. It was a joke, guys. We made this.
Yeah, we wouldn't really spike
actually
drinks.
do that because we're getting heaps of fucking trouble. It was just a joke, guys. Anyway, 5 Heinekens.
5 Heinekens. Just there, So this, if you watched the Lost episode, that was back from June, I told a story. So this, I guess I'll call these the Sleepwalker Tales. The Tales of a Sleepwalker. So the first encounter, as you may remember, Joel, was when I was in bed asleep, and out of nowhere I heard my friend, who had crashed the night, was sleeping on the couch, right where you're sitting right now, and he started mumbling and talking to himself and walking around. And being the responsible friend I am, even though I've looked online how to deal with a sleepwalker, I looked through all of them and instead just told him to shut the fuck up as loud as I could, and it worked,
Nice.
Now, that same friend caught up with him last week on Friday night after we filmed the podcast.
Yeah.
He comes over, but first he tells me, he goes, oh, I want to get on the beers, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And he goes, all right, and then he comes on over, and I was thinking, because he drove over, so I'm like, okay, we're going to get on the beers, and then, because then he said, oh, I might crash tonight, then I'll drive home. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
That's more responsible.
And by saying that, he's like, yeah, I'm not going to drink too much tonight anyway. I said, sweet. Motherfucker comes over with a bag of like half a slab of beer. So he's got about eight pints of Heineken, and then a 6-pack of Melbourne bitters. I'm like, so we're really getting on the beers, are we? He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. You reckon you're going to be walking tomorrow? You're going to be driving home tomorrow? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, fuck. All right. And so, we're hanging out, put the Conjuring on, we're watching that. He's sitting there, he's drinking. And then he probably had... We got 5 cans here.
Yeah, you got 5.
So you be my mate. He's finished this. We drink this together. We each have one. And then
thanks for the
hey. And then we cracked open another one each. Oh, yeah. I can had a second one. Oh, yeah, good times drinking. Smashing them down. And as I'm finishing mine, I go upstairs and I grab myself another one. And I grab a mate another one, come back down and go, hey man, here's another drink for you when you're ready. He goes, oh, no worries. And we're sitting on the couch watching the movie. He passes out, asleep. And fair enough, right? Because he's been working all day. He's a plumber. He's been, working his ass off all day. He's fucking tired. So, it was no surprise to me that he. Yeah. Then as he's asleep, I kind of go, so I finish my 3, and I'm seeing... Oh, fuck!
You alright?
Oh, I think I need to get tested. Fuck. That just took it out of me.
Saw Jesus for a second.
Did.
You just left the dimension.
I'm gone, man. No, so he's asleep, and so it's only like 9:30 at this point. And I'm like, all right. So I watched the rest of The Conjuring, and then I put on Gangs of New York, and then I'm watching Gangs of New York. In the last half an hour, my mate wakes up and he goes, oh, whoa, sleep talking, and I thought he was talking to me about the movie. He goes, well, why are they in trouble? I'm like, I'm not going to explain the last 2.5 hours to you that you've missed, So then he goes back to sleep. And then as I'm packing up, it's only like 10:30. I'm like, I'm fucking tired anyway. So I'm like, fuck it. So I'm packing up. I go, okay, that was my 3 I had. And I'm looking at his. I'm like, okay, I got 1 empty. But the second one he had was still half full.
Right.
And the other drink there he hadn't even opened. I was like, this motherfucker's had 1.5 drinks and he's asleep and it's not even 9:30. I was like, all right. And so I go to bed. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's, it was kind of I wouldn't say it was like just after we had that heat wave. So things were a little bit cooler, but it wasn't really that cold. I was like, yeah, he looks comfortable. So I go to bed, and in classic fashion, he wakes up, and he decides, oh, I'm going to go wake Brandon up. So I'm sound asleep. This is, because when I woke up, I felt like I'd just fallen asleep, and then woke up to this. I'm in bed, asleep, and out of nowhere, like I'm dreaming. I can't quite remember the dream, but I'm having this pleasant dream. I'm just there, calm, and just out of nowhere, I hear this, hey, Brown, here's some water, I'm really fucking tired. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look up, and I swear to God, I look at him coming into the room, and I was like, is this sleep paralysis? Like, he freaked... With him. He's the fucking demon. I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I was traumatized. I was panicking. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I'm like, fucking hell. Why did you do that? Why did you fucking yell? It's almost like he thought I was awake or something. I look at my phone. I'm like, fuck, it's 3:18. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, of course it's the witch hour that he wakes me up. So he's like, oh, I'm really thirsty. And I'm like, well, you know where the fucking water is. I'm like, you've been coming here for how many years now? I'm like what? You just woke me up to ask you were thirsty for water? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, well, go grab yourself water. He goes, oh, also, where can I sleep? And I'm there. I'm just like, all right, back where you woke up. Wasn't that a good enough spot? So I get up. So he's like, oh, I'm going to grab my water. And I was like, all right. So I get up. And this is literally what I do. I get up. And I just move this couch out, pull the recliner out, open it up. I grab a blanket from behind me and I just lay it on there. And so I stretch it out here, and then I just go back to sleep. Then about a few minutes later, he comes back downstairs, and he goes, oh, hey, Brandon, so where can I sleep? I'm like, didn't you just trip over the fucking bed I made for you? I'm like, was it? He goes, oh, is that for me? I'm like, oh, that's the best I can do, man.
Who else would it be for? There's a fucking couch in the center
I'm
of
like,
the living room.
I don't know, for Billy? I'm like, oh, no, but Billy's not here, is he? I'm like, oh, for my dog? No, she's upstairs, man.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Fucking hell, dude.
But yeah.
Jesus.
So I feel like, you know, I wasn't even... Like, he woke me up and that freaked me out. I don't think I freaked him out when I screamed at him, when I yelled at him for sleepwalking.
That's odd.
It's
he's like a sleepwalker that's built different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's a sleepwalker that does not give a fuck. Because sleepwalkers, it doesn't traumatize them, but it can fucking scare them.
Yeah,
like shit,
yeah.
Like really badly, if you yell at them or make them loud. But this guy seems like he's fucking different.
And here I am just having a snooze, and that freaked me the
you're
fuck
just having
out.
a light,
light
dream.
Yeah.
You know, you just fucking.
And then the next morning, we get up, and then he goes, oh, I want to watch the rest of the Conjuring. I'm like, what do you mean? I finished it, and then I watched a movie that went for 3 hours after it. He goes, there's nothing else to watch. He goes, oh, okay. I'm like, hang on, when did you fall asleep? He goes, oh, they just moved into the house. I'm like, oh. So like
you mean the start?
You mean the
start of the
you mean the first
movie.
10 minutes of the fucking movie? Like, is there any point? He goes, oh, we'll go back. I'm like, I don't know.
Go back and watch the whole fucking movie. Yeah, okay. When they moved in. Dude, that's so early in the film. That's
I mean,
crazy.
like, we just watched the Annabelle bit, and then the next part is, okay, this is the Warrens, okay, and now they moved to the new house. That's what he reckons he fell asleep. I'm like...
Fucking hell.
Alright. But yeah.
Dude, that is, yeah. Something about that Conjuring movie, how scary is that fucking... You know, the little clap? Imagine that in real... Like, the fucking hands that just pop out, dude. That's creepy.
I think that was a part where I started to doze off a bit.
Yeah.
Because there's a part in that, and I never forget it, in that scene where she falls down the stairs, and then she's looking around, and then all of a sudden a ball gets thrown at her.
Yeah, that's...
And then she freaks out and runs up the stairs, and then, you know, and the light goes out, and then there's this weird sounds like a... like that. And I go, what the fuck is that? I'm like, is that a demon making that noise? Like, it's so weird. I couldn't explain it. And then I forgot about the clapping because then I started dozing off and I hear kids going, hee 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 hee. I'm like, oh, now it's the next day and the kids saying fun. I went, oh, hang on, she's still in the dark. Oh, fuck. So then I'm starting to freak out because I'm starting to think, holy shit, that's right. You know, she's about to get locked in the fucking house.
Fucking...
You know. Hey, want to play hide and clap?
Hide and clap? Doesn't even give her a chance to say yes or no.
No.
Rude cunt. Jesus Christ.
Cunt.
Fucking rude demon. Fucking hell.
But, so, I like how awkward, like, the youngest daughter in that?
Yeah.
Like, she's clearly like she's terrible, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that's what makes it scary because she's really bad.
Acting.
Her acting is bad.
Yeah, true.
But it's good because it's creepy, because it's so unnatural. Maybe that's the point. Like, it's unnatural because she's like, you know that scene where she's like where she's talking to her imaginary friend, well, the ghost boy, she's talking to her friend, and she goes, oh yeah, and then the door opens slowly, and there's no one there, and then she kind of goes, and looks up at her mum, and he's like, who are you talking to? It's like, Rory. Rory? Who's that? And he goes, if you turn the thing around, and it plays a song, he's standing behind you. It's like...
Can you imagine someone saying that to you? Can't get out of this house.
What the fuck, you know?
Fucking what? Fucking throw it out.
Actually, that scene scared me because we had the volume all the way up. You know, nothing happens. The door just goes, ah, got you, Mum. That scared the fuck out of me. And Connor was like, shit. Yeah. Actually, no, I didn't scare. He was asleep. But
yeah, he was fucking. Yeah, he was out.
You know, he was out. But yeah, man. Yeah. And then later when Vera Farmiga comes in and then she uses it and then sees the fucking thing behind it.
Yeah.
Jesus
Have you
Christ.
Oh, fuck, I can't think of the film. It was a horror film with these kids. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
A lot of horror movies have kids in them.
Yeah, true. That grandparents, they're staying at the grandparents' place, but they're a bit off. Home.
The Visit?
The Visit.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
What do you think of it? I thought it was alright.
I wasn't really like the eeriness of the whole
It was
thing.
creepy. Like it was definitely something. Like it was, I thought it was better than a lot of the shit you do get. You know,
and this is coming from M. Night Shyamalan, who's had a very you know, like his career just all over the place with occasional good hits, and then fucking what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I just like the twist.
Yeah,
that
was a fucked up twist.
Or not,
all right, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
in
spoiler alert.
3, 2, 1. The grandparents aren't actually the grandparents; they're psychos who broke out of the asylum.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
When that happened, that actually put me on my ass. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine like catching a train or some shit? That's what they did, right?
Mm.
They caught a train.
Yeah.
Just going all out of your way to find these grandparents. I don't even think they've met them before.
No, and
to find out that you've been living in this house for however fucking long, that these guys
like
are
that
actually insane.
that fucking scene where they're doing the FaceTime with their mum, and she goes,
Who is that? That's not you.
and
that's not,
she shows them, there's grandma and granddad, and she's like, what?
That's not
That-
your grandparents.
Yeah, that's not
And they're
them.
like, bruh, well, fuck, let's play Yahtzee, guys. And they're like,
would you like to get inside the oven to clean it? Oh, and how about that fucking granddad that always shits his nappies, and then at the end he sticks the shitty nappy in the kid's face, and he's like,
oh, the kid's like a germaphobe as well. I don't blame the kid. Like, it's not even like, yeah, that's fucked. Because he's a germaphobe that freezes up, isn't he, or something like that? I
don't quite remember.
It was
Yeah.
something like that. He didn't like germs, and then he fucking. It's like,
Oh, that was nasty. That was
fuck,
so
dude.
fucked.
Shit. That's fucked.
Ugh. I mean, but it's good. But
Yucky.
then when you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, it is just chocolate, but just the.
Yeah, it's not actually shit.
But remember they go into the farm and it's just a mountain of fucking
shit.
shitty nappies. It's
Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, what was that scene where like she was under the house playing hide and seek with the grandma, and she goes or some shit, and
Yeah.
just fucking running around.
And
this
and when
big grunge chick.
the daughter started putting the cameras, like hidden cameras, to see
yeah, and then
grandma
see
walking
her,
around,
like,
and she just starts going walking around the house naked. Yeah,
that was fucking
that was a
horrifying in
fucked up.
itself.
That was a fucked up movie.
Yeah,
Did you ever watch Glass?
Oh, I was going to. Was Glass the second one or the first one?
Glass was it's meant to be like the third one.
No,
So,
I didn't
like,
see that one.
Have you've seen Split though? Yeah.
Yep, I saw Split. That was a good one.
Yeah, because then that was, I think, for Glass is where they combine Unbreakable and Split.
Oh, right, that's right. There it
Yeah,
is.
they combine the
Unbreakable.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only saw Split. I don't know if I got too into the idea that they were like these other beings and stuff. I just like the idea of this fucking guy with split personalities.
Yeah.
Psycho. You know what I mean? Like, I like that idea a bit more than Samuel Jackson coming in like, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
I'm like, I mean, I love the man, but I don't want it to be a superhero or supervillain.
Yeah,
franchise or
yeah.
whatever the
Kind
fuck,
of
you know what I
got a
mean?
bit
'Cause-
silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I was using Masterclass for the last sort of month, and I was doing the Samuel L. Jackson class, and he talks about how when he was in school he had a stutter.
Right.
You know, so he struggled with some things, and there's a scene in Jungle Fever where he plays a crackhead. I'm a crackhead, motherfucker. I'm a crackhead. And there's a scene where he's talking to Spike Lee, and he's like, what do you do again? And that was a legitimate stutter he had, because like as he talked about how, you know, some days I can't start, you know, like it's just the starting the sentence thing he struggles with. You know, some days you can't, you know, use W's at the start of words. So his way of breaking through is to say motherfucker. So he goes, motherfucker, what are you doing? You know, and once he says motherfucker, then he can get on with what he's saying.
Right.
You know, so I thought, I guess that makes sense.
That is interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, I whenever I get a stutter, I sometimes I just can't fucking break it.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
just
I mean?
go.
You just go, fuck it. I'm not talking.
yeah.
Fuck it. I give up.
I give up on
I'm
talking.
not gonna
Yeah,
keep going because if it happens more than like if I go like that, then I just go fuck it. I'm not even gonna continue to keep trying to
done.
say it. I'm just done. Or have you ever just, you know how the word's pronounced, but you fuck it up? You know what I mean? Like you do not say the word correct at all, and you just kind of go, well, I'm done. Time to move fucking country, and then just never speak
just
to these
never
people again.
return.
Because I've had that so many times. Like I go to say a word and I fuck up the print, like the how to say it.
Do you ever like you just like sing a song to yourself, and then you fuck up a word? Like, could be the most basic word.
Yep.
Whatever. You go, oh, I crossed the bridge, but you go, I crossed the gridge. Fuck.
Or you say a word that's similar to it, but you know the actual lyrics, but you fuck it up and you sing it with people, and they go, "That's not the lyrics," and you go, "Shut up, cunt! I know. It was an accident. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, but you still got it wrong, dickhead.
Those aren't the lyrics." It's like, fuck. I know. I'm trying my best. I'm
like
not a singer, okay?
It's like how snobbish people get with like COVID rules. He goes, "Oh no, actually, it's 2 people from separate households."
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand that, but fuck.
Yeah, because I've had that sometimes, and I go, "Oh fuck," because I know I've said the wrong lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I already know it, but then when someone points it out, it's like, thanks.
I hate to bring this up again, but it was another Tom Segura bit he had, where he's like never throughout his life did he ever have this problem, but for some reason he gets confused between the word conscience and conscious. So, and so one day he's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm very conscience." And then he says, "Oh, my wife." Now, see, she comes in and corrects me, but she doesn't correct me in a condescending way. She corrects me, and no one around me would know that she's correcting me. She goes, "You sound like a fucking idiot. Are you serious? Are you trying to fucking talk right now? You fucking, what the fuck was that?" So she doesn't correct me. She just reminds me.
Yeah. It's like those situations, like, I don't know about you, but sometimes, like, I know my face goes red sometimes. Just when I feel embarrassment or something, yes, my face goes red, but I can respond differently. But I can't control how my fucking face goes. And then someone has to point it out. And then it makes it worse.
Wow, your face is really
you
red,
look like
Joel.
a tomato right now. I'm like,
yeah.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, man. That really helps. Because, like, I'm already in that embarrassed state. And I'm trying to move things along. It's like, look how red he's got. It's like, just punch it. It's like, fucking hell, man. You made it worse. I'm going to go redder now. Or, like,
well, see, I found I get rosacea sometimes from drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
I'm all right at the moment, but yeah, sometimes I'll have just had like a whiskey and coke, and then I just start going, "Fuck, my face is red," and I'm like, "Fuck, am I? Is something wrong? Is something going on here? Yeah. So I can't figure it out."
I don't know how long that camera was off for, but fuck it.
Oh, I think I keep going. I don't think it was too bad.
Yeah, I think it was alright. But
how long have we been going for?
It's just like those things, or like sometimes when you're being quiet, because I don't know if you have much anxiety, but I do. Sometimes I'm just quiet because I don't really want to say anything that I feel kind of like anxious sometimes, and then someone goes, "Gee, you're being really quiet," and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's always when people or even when people just like they just want to point out like, "Oh, he didn't say much."
Yeah,
it's like oh well.
Sometimes you can't say anything, or sometimes I'm just really nervous.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like speaking, or just don't want the attention brought onto me. But then they bring the attention onto you. Then you kind of like.
Well, it was like that one time in vet we had a class together, and we were all talking about like a class discussion about our generation. And I was at the back. I was just like, oh, I talk about this all the time. It's like I have nothing to add. And then the teacher goes, "Oh, Brand didn't say much." They're like, "Hi, Brandon." And I go, "I want to kill myself right now. I want to kill everyone in this room. I just want to kill us all right now."
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Do you know what I hated as well? This is a normal thing, but I hated reading out loud.
Yeah, okay.
In front of classes. Just for the sake of what I mentioned before, stuttering and accidentally mispronouncing words. Because when the class is listening to you read out loud, everyone's going to fucking criticize the word. And our teacher did it a lot when I would accidentally fuck up a word or find something I can't pronounce properly.
Yeah.
So I tried to just say it, get the embarrassment over, and then keep moving.
Just, no, say it again.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Say it again. Class, watch this fucking idiot say this word. Look how fucking stupid this dickhead is. Look at him trying to pronounce fucking fucking spaghetti and he can't say it properly.
Biscotti? Fuck.
And it's like, and I'm like, I'm just trying to move on with the conversation. Everyone already knows that I fucked up.
Yeah,
the
like,
word.
we get it. We're all,
We all understand it, But no, stand up. Hey, Joel, stand up. Fucking get in front of the class. Class, look at him. Lights, get the floodlights on. Check him out. Look at this fucking idiot.
Fucking dack
Look
him!
at this fucking idiot who can't pronounce this fucking word in a cold read. Did you just stutter on "and"? You fucking idiot. It's like, geez, thanks guys. I feel so welcome.
I feel so good about myself
So
now.
good,
Thanks.
yeah. But that's why I hate reading out. Like that's why I prefer the teachers to just do it, or we do it in silence. You know what I mean? Like I'd just rather read it because I actually don't take in the information when I'm reading out loud.
Yeah,
because
well,
I'm so stressed about fucking up the sentence.
Well, it's the same as if I hear someone reading and I start to lose track. I go, fuck, I got to read along.
Yeah,
Well,
I
because
rather
fucking
just read it.
Today, Junior.
You fucking baboon, fucking blah, blah, blah.
Fuck like a blah 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 blah. Forgetting your fucking lines. Embarrass yourself like that in front of all those goddamn people. I like how relatable that scene was to us.
Very
like
relatable.
just
I do that as well.
Because that was like every night we came from vet. That was what it was like. It was like fuck.
Yeah, because I remember there was a scene as well. I tried doing it.
Yeah.
Billy had the same problem. We both
Trying to get
tried to do it.
Yeah.
And since it was kind of worded weird, because the scripts were worded like not like humans speaking, but like someone wrote it. you know?
Or it's very
Billy-
Americanized as well.
Yeah. The problem is we said something. It may not have been the lines, word for word, but it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it makes sense.
exactly.
And then the teacher would be like, "No, that's not the line. Say it again." And it's like, "You've got to be shitting me."
It's like this is horrible. Whoever wrote this is a fucking idiot.
And then when I try to say it properly,
it
fuck
doesn't.
it up.
Yeah,
because
and it
I
doesn't
just
sound
can't.
natural.
So when I'm speaking naturally and I add a little bit more words than I need to,
it
makes me feel more comfortable in that scene. But
exactly.
then the teacher would point it out and be like, "Nah, you got to stick to the script." And it's like,
Well, it's like when screenwriters try to write for a particular person. Like this is something Samuel L. Jackson spoke about. He's like, you shouldn't necessarily be writing something with the intention. Like you could have the intention of having a black person play this character, but you have to start writing in jive.
yeah,
Because he's saying like I've had people, they'll write me script, and I was like, listen, I'll say the line the way I'd say it. The way fuck.
Oh my god,
they're all
you're
empties.
so lucky those are fucking empty.
Or the one that my mate only drank half of. At least I pulled that out.
Oh, fuck, that would have been a disaster.
Jesus.
But yeah, just kind of let it flow. Like I do get it, but if I do understand if there is a crucial line that's like foreshadowing something or it's making an underlying statement,
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of thing. Then yeah, I understand it, but let them know that that's what you mean. But sometimes let actors kind of be actors and try and like become that character and say something that the character would say, because they talk about how you're meant to become the person, but you've only become the person by saying certain lines. You know what I mean? Like if you're actually the person and you say something that the person would, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
then you're actually the
But then that's the thing though. I can understand why, because all we were doing every week for the reading, it was all specifically for like an audition. And in an audition, you need to be word perfect. But when you're there, have all those different variations with you ready to go. So they say, hey, can we do this like, another way or something, But it's just something to, something for us to work on, I guess, in future in that. But,
after doing that acting course, I can never unsee people who are doing, not a shit job, but they're doing the theatre performance on screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could just never I could never see it normally ever again.
Yeah.
So I'd see something on TikTok, someone's acting, and I'm going, you're overdoing it. You know what I mean? Like they'd be
it's
like,
so forced. It's like,
or they'd be like, like they're really over fucking.
Yeah, and they're moving around. The camera's trying to film. It's like, fuck.
And it's like, wow, that's so like people who obviously haven't done the course wouldn't understand it. Like, wow, that's really good acting. I'm like, yeah, but like. The way people do it is like you'd be very
because that's the thing, because for us it was that thing of it was going from theatre to the screen, because working in the screen it's a different style of acting. It's a different, you got to keep in mind there's cameras on you. You haven't got a stage to walk around and express yourself.
We didn't know that until we did it. You know what I mean? Because we've only known how to do like stage performance kind of
like
thing.
it's something you pick up, and I think for us it was easy to kind of tap into it, you know. But for others, it was. I guess it's kind of like the issue that Laurence Olivier had when he's moved to screen. It was kind of that thing like trying to adapt to being a screen actor as opposed to being a really expressive, theatrical performance.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah. Mm. And I see like Facebook posts of like, this acting group, sending out monologues.
Oh, okay.
People sending monologues hoping they go somewhere, but they'd be doing it really like, so like, them really theater performing it.
Exaggerated, and
Yeah, and it's like, bruh, I wish I could just tell you.
Yeah, I think something that helped me with that was something Robert De Niro said. They were asking him, be like, how do you act? And he pretty much said like it's a pretty blunt kind of way of putting it, but he's kind of like, well, you basically you do nothing.
Yeah.
There's no pretense. It's just you're there in the moment, and you just do it. You try to be as natural as you can, but then you got to be careful because then people will know that you're trying to act. Because there's a difference between there's acting and then it's obvious that you're trying to act.
You can see that on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
It's like they say the eyes are a gateway to the soul, a doorway to the soul, or whatever they say.
Yeah.
It's the eyes don't lie; they tell you everything, so they can tell if you're being genuine or not. So it's
So it's really hard to like not master that, but like key that or like hold on to that kind of like thing when you're doing a scene. It's just but
well, hopefully now that things are starting to open up, maybe we can start getting some more acting gigs, some more.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I'd like to do?
Yeah.
Fucking horror film.
Horror film, that'd be
good one, not a shit fucking Netflix one. I want to do one that's kind of good, like.
Yeah.
Can't think of it right now.
Something unique.
Something like even a ghost one. That would be fun. You know what I mean? Like, how fun would it be? Or someone who's like some crazy guy who's about to fucking cut you up. It'd be fun because you actually be able to act scared because some dude's coming at you with a chainsaw, or doing like a zombie apocalypse fucking.
Well, the thing is, I was talking to a mate about this the other day because we were going for a wander around Docklands. We were writing something down for an idea we were going to do for a film, and we were talking about like the way, particularly Australian cinema is.
Yeah.
It just fucking sucks.
Yeah,
like it's
is
objectively terrible because and it's always the exact same actors. It's that chick from Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's Brian Brandt, Sam Neill. It's it's the exact same cast every time, and they're the blockbuster films, and they're always like they're trying to pander like create this idea of Australia, this culture that doesn't even really exist. It only exists as in a way, in like an overview sort of like, oh yeah, fucking Australians doing this kind of shit. But then we talked about it and we thought, well, the one genre that isn't really unique to any kind of country that really anyone can do is horror movies.
Yeah.
And that's one thing Australian cinema's been really good at, making horror movies.
Yeah, like Wolf Creek and shit.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing I like about Wolf Creek, because it doesn't try and lie to you about like, oh yeah, fucking Australia, have a good time. Like,
exactly.
it's basically saying fuck you to everything that's that's all hyped up. But there, and then you had it's because that's the thing. There's no like horror can come out of anything. There's no thing like of course there's some places that it got scarier than others, but I think it's a unique genre because you don't have to you can be subconscious about the setting.
Right.
Like, did you ever watch The Babadook?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So I found that pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, I didn't.
Didn't?
I didn't like it. I think it was just because I was probably expecting too much out of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was very hyped up for me, and then when I watched it, I was just like, it kind of felt like everything else. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, you can.
Oh, I just felt like it's because like with that film, for instance, it's something that's, like that could have been made in any country.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be like, because I was like, oh, it's an Australian movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, an Australian film, and I was like, okay.
Explains why it's shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I was expecting too much out of that. Like, I was expecting the Babadook to look a certain way. Look kind of like terrifying. I was expecting it to be a certain thing. Yeah, I just had my own. That's also a hard thing about movies is you have to try and go in with no expectations. I had too much.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking it was gonna be a good movie.
That's why every time I see a movie from now and I can't see the trailer.
Yeah,
because like I remember it was so hard to put off trying, because I know last year the only movie I gave a shit about was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
and probably you felt the same way. I was like, that's the only movie we care about. I didn't see a single trailer until, it was just forced on me. You know, and I was still like, cool, but but I still went in there thinking, all right, this is going to be something. Yeah, different.
Yeah,
it
was a good movie.
Yeah, and it was fun.
It was different. We were like, where the fuck's the action?
Well, that's the thing. It was sort of different. It was because I understand it was meant to be like an epic. Yeah. Encapsulating all of what Hollywood was, and I think I think it was nice what Tarantino did. It was
Yeah, it was fucking good.
So it was a good time. It was a vibe. It was a good vibe.
Tarantino talking about making a horror film at some point?
Yeah,
that would
that's
be
about right.
Fucking awesome. Could you imagine how? Oh, okay, well, I think we're overhyping it now, but how fucking good?
Yeah, depending on what he did.
Just because of his style, I think it would be nice because like it'd be his style. Like he's got the violence there.
Yeah,
and he knows how to love Tarantino or not, but he knows how to fucking make a good. Story.
That's the thing, because that was, I mean, not really a spoil, but in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the climax is like the whole Manson murder type thing.
Yeah,
and there was some really good suspense there. I think my favorite scene in that movie was when Brad Pitt goes to the ranch. That was such a fucking. I was freaking the fuck out of that scene.
It was very scary.
And then the payoff, it was like, fuck, that just fucked with my head, because we're all thinking, nah, George is dead. Like he's definitely dead. Like they're acting so weird. Like something's not right here. Yeah,
because we didn't expect what was going to happen. Because we knew that those guys were coming as well.
Yeah, well that's the other thing, is that's that idea that to these guys, I think it's their seemingly, non-violent, just peaceful hippies, but we're there with this idea of, remember what fucking happened, the Tate LaBianca murders. It's like, shit.
Yeah, fuck. So, that was very, and then like the whole tense thing of him trying to get into the house, the ranch as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was fucking.
Yeah, that was some great dialogue in that scene, and then fucking what's the name, Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
As a mama bear.
Yeah, man. Fucking hell, that was. Yeah, he knows how to do it. And just like Tarantino suspense in general, like what was it? Inglourious Bastards, like that scene where it shows you
at the start.
At the
with
start,
the Jews are all underneath.
The boards, like it shows you, and then it's got the fucking German soldier.
That's
and then
like
the other guy
a 20-minute scene of I feel like,
and it's scary the whole time. You're sitting there going fuck, and the same scene when they're like drinking beers and stuff. They're pretending to be Germans with the Germans.
That's right, yeah. And he has the three glasses.
And he points the gun at each other and they're going, fuck.
Yeah.
It's so
like I've had a gun pointed at your testicles since you sat down, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all fucking ready to.
Yeah.
Okay, that was crazy.
Fucking Michael Fassbender was so fucking good in that movie. Like he was in 2 scenes of the whole fucking movie. But fucking hell, he was great. Like, that was insane.
Fucking Glorious Bastards, holy shit, it was a good movie. One of my favorite parts. This is probably fucked up, but I like the bear Jew part.
I was about to say the batting. With the fucking
I don't know why. There's just something about it. I just liked it. He's fucking
something cathartic.
He points out the bat. It's fucking.
You get that from killing Jews.
Yeah, it was just good. I just like it's like we don't have the movie, so we like watching Donnie beating asses up the entire time.
You know that Nazi killer, the one who was. The German one?
The German guy, yeah.
The actor, he, so of course, was an actor in Germany, and he always refused to ever be in a film about Nazis, unless it meant he could kill them. So when Tarantino came to him, he's like,
nice.
He's like, yes.
Yeah. Good. Fucking, that was a very good film, man.
Yeah.
Very good. And I also like the finishing like scene where you got Brad Pitt and BJ Novak standing over the German
Christoph Waltz, and he's like, and I'm gonna give you something you can't take off.
And fucking carves the swastika into his forehead, and he's like, now this just might be my greatest masterpiece or something like that. And I like that line.
It's a fantastic score as well.
Yeah, it's just fucking it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. But see, because then a lot of that, like back on the idea that suspense at the start, a lot of that comes from like that Hitchcock teaching of suspense. Because of course he's known as the master, the father of suspense.
Yeah, the master.
Because he explained it really well in this interview where he's talking about when you have something suspenseful, something that really works is to catching people off guard. That kind of suspense works. Because he's talking about, like, for instance, you could have a scene where there's a bunch of guys and they're sitting at a bar. And they're just having drinks and they're having a fun time and they're just having a general chat like you would, with your mates. And then out of nowhere, one of them goes, "Hey, enough talking around, guys. What are we going to do about this bomb that's underneath the table?"
Yeah.
And then suddenly the stakes are high, And then because there was this, it's funny. It was actually I noticed this after watching one of his films. They actually showed a clip of it in Inglourious Bastards. When Samuel L. Jackson does that voiceover?
Yeah.
And he's talking about, he goes, "Now this kind of film really is extremely flammable." And then it cuts to a scene from Sabotage, this Alfred Hitchcock film he did back in the 40s, and where the kid's like, "Hello there, mate, I'm going to bring on some..." He goes, "Oh, you can't bring that on here, mate. It's flammable." It's okay, it's all covered up. He goes, "All right," and he gets on. And then I watched that fucking movie. And in that scene, it's like a kid doesn't realize that isn't just like an innocent, like, because looking in the movie, it looked like it was just like that was like an ad or something for like film reels. But turns out that kid unknowingly is carrying a bomb in that case,
right?
Because he's delivering it somewhere. Because the whole idea was that this guy he's trying to fucking sabotage everything, and the idea was that bomb was meant to go off and destroy everything. And this kid, takes the wrong one. He tells the kid, he goes, "Oh, you got to get there as quickly as you can." But the kid keeps getting distracted, and then finally the fucking bomb goes off, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah. I think it was at the same video, but I heard something similar where it's like, instead of like having a group of people, and then suddenly a bomb just fucking blows up, to create suspense, like a nice suspense is not even like having them mention it, but like showing the audience the bomb.
Yeah. Before
them the bomb that's ticking. So there's a bomb there, but they don't know.
Yeah.
And then it creates that suspense of like between the audience and what's happening in the film before they know what's going on.
Because that's the effective thing. But then that's where there's that extra step in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in that ranch scene where no one knows.
Yeah.
It's seemingly the hippies know, but it's like our hero and us have no fucking idea what this could be. Yeah. So it's
nice.
an interesting method.
The layers and just having like the subcontext kind of thing of what's going on.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I think the dog can hear something. She's probably thinking I can hear the pub filling up. Boys, get a move on. Well, that being said, I reckon we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We got to get to the fucking pub before they fill up, although, was it 10 to 2? They probably haven't got too many people there.
Should be right.
I think meals go off at 2:30. Get on a bus, we should. Get down with plenty of time.
Yeah.
Get a counter meal. Have a fucking good time.
Get some chippies, mate.
Chippies, mate.
Yeah,
Get a couple of beers
pub
in here,
food.
mate. All I want and all I need, all I crave is a good pub feed.
Yeah.
See you next week, guys.
Hello, viewers of the Skeptic and the Dude podcast. I am here to let you know that if you don't subscribe/follow, you ain't getting to heaven. Peace out.